you want to get started?
We'll have a look and see if she was ready.
Who wants the first haircut? You! Come on then. Oh, I know. She's not very keen, Tim.
With this machine, as I said, you need to be in the correct spot.
Yeah.
If so, this then needs to be able to give you need to have enough. You need to be close enough so this machine can shear around to the backbone. So you need to be fairly close to the machine. If you end up trying to shear the sheep this far from the machine, then you're really restricted. You won't get around the back of the sheep. You won't get to all the little places that you need to get the fleece off. So it's really quite important to get in the right place. As we said, with the battery shears, you can basically go anywhere really.
Now, can we just have a quick look at Tim's extraordinary shoes? That look like he's got Cornish pasties on his feet. Again, you don't need these to shear, but they are quite handy, aren't they?
They are handy. They're quite comfy. They give you more movement, so not as restrictive as boots or trainers, and they're quite grippy as well, believe it or not. As much as they're traditionally felt, but I think these days there's a lot of man-made fibres in there as well. But they do grip the board really well. So trainers and boots with the hard soles, you tend to slip and slide. If the sheep do a wee or a poo on the board, and then you end up slipping and sliding in your trainers. But with these things, they do grip, and you can tuck your toe under the sheep's bum, and she'll sit on the crimped Cornish pasty end and hopefully stop her slipping away.
Right, so the position that you've got her in, as you say, you've got your feet tucked under her bum, and then you've got one foot kind of back and through your legs.
Yeah, so this foot then goes through there and just tucks up under your bum there. So let her sit back and relax between your knees, and hopefully she's got nothing to work against you there then. And this style is what we call the bowing style. And this is probably the most used and recognised style of shearing in the whole world. So the first blow, down, take this brisket wool off and start coming around the belly. You can see I'm leaning her back now, keeping the skin tight, and you do quite a lot of work with your left hand as well, just moving the skin around, keeping the skin tight. There's what we call the milk vein there. Now it's got this big noticeable vein on the belly, so by going straight down the belly there's a real risk of cutting the milk. Basically try and come around the belly, so we get rid of the belly wool. And then we just do a little bit on the top left of the leg there, in front of the leg. Just watch her teeth, a little bit either side of her bum. So these little bits are awkward to get at later on in the shearing. So we'll clean off the tail. We don't need to worry about going right up round the back of the tail there. We'll get that in a second. So then we open up the back leg now, and you can see the machine is going through and under the wool really easily. I'm again using my left hand to keep the skin tight, keeping the comb tight against the skin. So we get to the backbone, and then just over the backbone. So there's the backbone there. Now we said we're going to blow beyond the backbone. So now we come up the neck, off that front shoulder, up to her ear, break the wool. So now we're saying a step through between her back legs, and I've got my right knee now in under her front right leg. So now we're going to come up around the neck again, being careful not to cut her. Come around the neck. So from there on in now, I'm just going to do a little shuffle. So I'm going to come back with my right foot and forward my left. Each blow now I'm going to spin around slightly. So I'm bringing her back around parallel with the trailer now, ready for what we call the long blows. So you can see a little shuffle now with my right foot each time. And now we're going to change direction again now and come up. Come on, Wriggle. Come on. Come on. Come up parallel with the backbone. Keeping the comb tight against the skin. Using the whole comb where we can. Obviously on the narrow neck we can't use the whole comb there. So following the backbone. Come on, look at that. We step over now, start bringing her up now for the second side. Get under that shoulder, get the little scruffy little bits there. Those off. Nice full comb now, right down there on the back leg. So I'm just rolling her backwards now, but keeping her belly skin nice and tight. I'm just going to push the tips of my fingers in there now to keep that leg straight. I stop the kicking as well, so if you start to do this nonsense, just push on the front of that, on her knee bone there. Just keeps the leg straight, stop the kicking. There we go, hopefully that's all the wool off. All the legs left on. There you go.
Huh.
First satisfied customer of the day. In shearing a sheep, hopefully the wool's all come off in one piece. So we'll gather it up, tip it over. So clean side down. Open it up.
So it always looks a bit like a corpse, doesn't it? It looks like a crime scene.
Our woolly sheepskin rug. So we could cheat and say, well, I remember where the number was, the spray mark was, but if the spray mark wasn't there, I don't know if you remember, I did the brisket, I did the belly, opened up the back leg, then I come up the neck.
Yes.
And I opened the neck up, broke the wool apart, come around the neck, kept coming around the neck, and that gave us a bit of a tail and an end.
Yeah.
So this is the neck wool. And particularly on the badgers, because they've got this black line from the tip of their chin right down around their belly. So that's the line of her neck there. So this would have been wrapped around. So that would have been her head coming out there. That's the neck wool. So this is the neck end. And with all sheep, if the fleece comes off, as it should in one, you'll end up with the neck, with a bit of neck wool. And then another little giveaway is the little pooey bits.
Of course,
there you are, so there's that little bit. So that's a little bit of a clue there. And we've even got a bit of tail, I think. So we sell the wool to the wool board, as you know, and they don't really like mixed colour wool. So normally we put the belly wool, which is this bit, in the fleece of the white fleeces. But because it's black, we don't do that, and we'll probably pull that bit of black off the neck as well, just because we like to keep the colours separate.
But for people who are not selling their wool, who are keeping it, that would be the way to do it. Just put your belly wool in the middle.
So the belly wool goes in.
Yeah.
We pull a few dags off, so get rid of the poo.
Yep.
And then we roll the sides in. Try not to pick up any bits of hay or straw or sticks or string. And then we start rolling from the tail end. So we're going to roll it as tight as reasonably possible. It doesn't have to be drum tight.
It's like rolling up a sleeping bag.
There you go. So the modern way now is just to take the neck wool, make a hole, tuck it in. So the old-fashioned way was to get to the neck and make a tail out of the neck.
Yeah.
So just stick your knee on, take the neck wool, stretch it a little bit, stretch it and twist it, twisty, twisty. Wrap it round. Tuck the neck tail under the neck tail. And your fleece.
There you are. That's all there is to it.
Simple as that.
Now Tim does make it look terribly easy, One thing I'm going to remind you is that Tim has been shearing since you were...
Yeah, probably.
and shears hundreds of sheep every year. So don't lose heart. It is all about practice. But I'm guessing that you'd like to see him do it again. Am I right? Are you up for that?
Another one? Yeah, go on then.